Hello everyone, once again welcome to EduStudy. In this part of video, we will discuss investment multiplier or income multiplier and its related questions that can be asked in the class 12 exams of 2021. All the questions are taken according to the revised syllabus of COVID-19. This video is specially for the students of CBSE, RBSC, AHSCC and all other Board of Senior Secondary of India. It will be very helpful for you in the annual exam of 2021, so please don't skip any part of this video. Friends, you can also check our other videos on macroeconomics and microeconomics for class 12. Links are provided in the description, comment, I button and at the end of this video. If you are new in this channel or you have not subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe now and press the bell icon. So without delay, let's start the lesson. So the first question is here on your screen. First question means here it is the fifth question on this part of video, as because in the former part or the previous part we have already discussed many questions. So this is the fifth number of question as we are making the question answer series for this lesson, that is chapter number 4. That is the name of the chapter number 4 is income determination. So let's come to the question. What is the difference between ex ante investment and ex post investment? Answer is the following are the difference between ex ante investment and ex post investment. First one is ex ante investment refers to the planned or intended investment during a particular period of time. So from this line you have to understand that ex ante investment means what? Ex ante investment means that is planned or intended investment. This is the planned or intended investment during a particular period of time. That means at a particular period of time or at a given period of time, the investment which is planned, which is intended by a investor, that is called the ex ante investment. That means ex ante investment is the planned investment or intended investment. You have to keep remember. And here during a particular period of time, that means a given period of time must be there. Within a given period of time, if there is the planned or intended investment is there, that investment, that planned or intended investment is called a ex ante investment. But what is ex post investment? So ex post investment refers to the actual level of investment. So ex post investment means this is the actual level of investment. That means this is the actual investment during a particular period of time. That means within a particular period of time, within a given period of time, if there is the actual level of investment, that actual level of investment is called the ex post investment. So from the first point we have understood that ex ante investment is the planned or intended investment and ex post investment means this is the actual level of investment. So these are the key points here. These are the keywords that you have to keep remember for memorizing this question. Okay, so let's come to the second point. Second point here is the ex ante investment is imaginary, that is intended. We have already said intended. So it is the imaginary investment. Ex ante investment is nothing but it is the imaginary investment in which a firm assumes the level of investment on its own. That means if firm assuming for investing in any part of its project, then that investment is the ex ante investment. That is, firm is just assuming to invest, or the firm assumes to invest, or it's imagine to invest some amount of money or some capital on its project. That investment is the ex ante investment, that is imaginary investment. But ex post investment is the factual. We already got the actual here, so it is a factual. That means it is the factual, it is the real investment or original, that signifies the existing investment of a particular time. That means it signifies the existing investment. That means ex post investment is existing on a project of an investor. So this is the important line here. Second line is. So what is the third line here? So in the third line, ex ante investment is planned on the basis of future expectations. So it is as because it is related to the future or it is planned, that means ex ante investment is not the real, just the investor is he is just assuming to invest. So that is the ex ante investment, and that ex ante investment is planned on the basis of the future expectations. But ex post investment, it should be ex post, not ex ante. So ex post investment is the actual result of variables, that is the actual result. So these are the very important 3 points you have to keep remember for finding the difference between ex ante investment and ex post investment. So this is the question which we have discussed before discussing the investment multiplier, as because this video is specially for the investment multiplier or the income multiplier. But I got this question in one of the previous year question of CBSE, so I have taken it, and this question is also included in the exercise of chapter 4, that is income determination. So this is very important question, keep remember this question. So I hope you have understood this. Let's come to the next question. So what is the next question here? Next question given is define investment multiplier with the help of a diagram. So what is investment multiplier or income multiplier? Now this is very important question and try to understand. So here the ratio of increment in income due to the increment in investment is called a investment multiplier or income multiplier. So what is income multiplier? What is investment multiplier? It is the ratio. Keep remember, investment multiplier or income multiplier is nothing but the ratio. It is a ratio. What is it? This is a ratio of what? This is the ratio of the increment in the income. Increment in the income. If income is denoted by Y in the economics and its increment or its decrement, that is the change. You may say increment or decrement, that is the change, increase or decrease. So change is described by del. So del Y due to what? Due to the increment in investment. So increment in investment is also described by del, but the symbol for the investment is taken I. So del I. So del Y and del I and their ratio. Del Y means what? Increment in the income and due to the increment in the investment. That means suppose an investor is investing some amount. That amount will increase the income of that investor. Okay. So what amount of income is created by the investment? Okay. That is the change in the income. That means suppose the investor, before investing some amount, the investor has the income level equal to 500 crore. After a particular amount of investment done, the investor is earning suppose 700 crore. That means what is the difference here? 200 crore is the difference. So this is the del Y. This is the del Y. This is the increment in the income. And this increment is the income is due to what? Due to the increment in the investment. Okay. And that ratio, which ratio? That ratio between what? Increment in the income and increment in the investment is called the investment multiplier or the income multiplier. So here it is described, if del I stands for increment in the investment and del Y stands for the resultant increase in the income, then the multiplier is equal to the ratio of increment in income del Y to the increment in the investment del I. So therefore multiplier, and it is denoted by small k, that is equal to del Y due to del I. That means del Y divided by del I. This is the investment multiplier. That means you have to keep remember this formula. This is like the formula, that is k equal to del Y by del I. So here what is del Y? Del Y means here already it is given increment in income, and what is del I? Del I stands for the increment in the investment. Okay, and where k stands for multiplier. Okay, so I hope you have understood the definition of the investment multiplier. And how is the multiplier depends upon, or on which the size of the multiplier depends upon? The size of the multiplier depends upon the marginal propensity to consume of the community. So the size of the multiplier depends upon the marginal propensity to consume on the community. So what is marginal propensity to consume? If you have to understood this, then you should go the previous part of the lesson. Okay, I have already uploaded the previous part, that is the part 1 of this lesson. So you should understand the propensity to consume from that part, and then you have to watch this video, then you will understand better. So the size of multiplier depends on what? It depends on the marginal propensity to consume. You will get a short question from this, so it is important. The multiplier is the reciprocal of 1 minus marginal propensity to consume. So the value of the multiplier, what is the value of the multiplier? Value of the multiplier will be the reciprocal of the 1 minus, that is, if you find a 1 minus MPC, marginal propensity to consume, its reciprocal, what will be the reciprocal? That is 1 by 1 minus MPC. That means the value of K also you will get 1 by 1 minus MPC. Okay, the multiplier is the reciprocal of 1 minus marginal propensity to consume. However, we can express multiplier in a simpler form, as we know that saving is equal to the income minus consumption. 1 minus marginal propensity to consume will be equal to the marginal propensity to save. So 1 minus marginal propensity to consume, that is, if you write this 1 minus this 1 minus MPC, here it is given, it's equal to what? MPS, marginal propensity to save. Okay, that is 1 minus MPC equal to MPS. Therefore the multiplier is equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC, that is, you can write 1 by MPS. So the value of multiplier can be again measured with 1 by MPS. Okay, it can be measured in the 3 ways. Now you got in the 3 ways the value of multiplier can be measured. First one is that value of multiplier can be measured by change in income due to change in investment, that is del Y by del I. Again, it can be measured by K equal to 1 divided by 1 minus MPC, or it can be measured by 1 by MPS. In this way you can measure the value of multiplier. So I hope you have understood this. Let's come to the later part of this question. So now the level of national income determined by the, that means we have to now give the graphical representation of this question. So how to describe with the help of a graph or diagram? So you have to say that the level of national income is determined by the equilibrium between aggregate demand and aggregate supply. We already got this level of national income, that is the effective demand. Okay, effective demand is determined by equilibrium between aggregate demand and aggregate supply, that is called the national income. Okay, in other words, the level of national income is fixed at the level where C plus I curve intersect the 45-degree income curve. So with such a diagram we can explain the multiplier. So multiplier can be explained with the help of aggregate demand and aggregate supply curve, and in the whenever aggregate demand and aggregate supply are equal, at that point national income is determined. Okay, when national income is determined, that means the economy is in the equilibrium point. At the equilibrium point, aggregate demand and aggregate supply will be equal. So multiplier can be also described by such a point where aggregate demand and aggregate supply are equal. So let's come to this video, this diagram here. In this diagram, what is said here, this is the 45-degree line, and this 45-degree line is described as C plus S. It is the C plus S line. Okay, and this C plus S line is called the aggregate supply, AS line. It is the aggregate supply line as well as the income line, you may say income line, Y. And this is the C line, means consumption line, C. and above the consumption line there is C plus I, that is the aggregate demand curve. This is the aggregate demand curve. So now aggregate demand curve intersect the 45-degree line at point E. So E is the equilibrium point here, and at this equilibrium point the level of income is Y here. So you may say the level of income here is OY. OY is the level of income. That means when aggregate demand equals the aggregate supply, at that moment equilibrium happens in the economy and OY level of national income is determined it. But suppose now the investment is changed. That means there is an increment in the investment, and that increment in the investment is del I. Suppose del I, this amount is the del I, suppose, and now new aggregate demand curve becomes C plus I plus del I. This is the new aggregate demand curve. C plus I plus del I is the new aggregate demand curve. Now this new aggregate demand curve will intersect the 45-degree line at point E1. Now again new equilibrium level of income is determined, that is Y1. Now the new level of income is OY1. So now the OY1 is greater. This is greater than what? The OY, that is the previous level of income. OY. OY1 is this one, the OY1, and this is the OY. So here from this diagram we can determine that, we can conclude that OY1 is greater than what? OY1 is greater than OY. Okay, that means there is the increment in the income, national income, and that increment is due to what? That increment is due to the increment in the investment, that is del I. Okay, so in this way investment multiplier can be described with the help of aggregate demand and aggregate supply curve. Okay, so now let's come to the explanation here given. The multiplier is illustrated in the figure below. In this figure, C represents the marginal propensity to consume. Okay, C means this should be small c, marginal propensity to consume. Here otherwise you may write C represents the consumption function, consumption curve you may write. Instead of writing this C represents the marginal propensity to consume, you have to write what? You have to write C represents consumption function or consumption curve. Marginal propensity to consume has been here assumed to be equal to half, that is 0.5. Here it is taken here. You may take here 0.5. This C, the slope, that is the slope of this curve. Slope of this C curve will be here. It will be 0.5. Suppose we are taking this 0.5. Slope of this C curve. Okay, slope of this C curve will be 0.5. Therefore, the slope of the curve C of marginal propensity to consume curve C has been taken be equal to 0.5. So C plus I represents aggregate demand curve. I have already described this one. So later part of the description here. Later part is in the figure the aggregate demand curve C plus I which intersect the 45-degree line at point D, so that the level of income equal to OY. So we already got level of income here is OY whenever this aggregate demand curve C plus I intersect this 45-degree line at point E, and here level of income is OY. And next, if investment increases, we can then find out how much increment in income occurs as a result of this. As a consequence of increase in the investment by del I, the aggregate demand curve shifted upward to the new position C plus I plus del I. So as a result of change in the investment, okay, as a result of change in the investment, the initial aggregate demand curve, this is the initial aggregate demand curve, but this initial aggregate demand curve, that is C plus I, it will be shifted upward. Why? As because investment is increment. Okay, there is the increment in the investment, that is del I. Because of del I, now aggregate demand curve shifted to the upward and it becomes C plus I plus del I. New aggregate demand curve we will find. Then what happens here? this new aggregate demand curve C plus I plus del I intersect income line at point E1, so that the equilibrium level of income increases to OY1. As a result of net increase in investment, the income has increased by Y1. So what is the increment in the income? The increment in the income is this part. Okay, this part is the increment in the income, that is, this part can be demonstrated Y1. It can be denoted by Y1, and this Y1 line segment, this line segment is the increment in the income. So then what is said here, on measuring it, it will be found that Y1 is twice the length of del I. So if we measure them, then we'll find this Y1 equal to twice this one, this del I. This is the del I, this line segment is the del I, and this Y1 line segment is twice the del I line segment here given. This is as it is expected because the marginal propensity to consume is here equal to 1/2, therefore the size of the multiplier will be equal to 2. That means here marginal propensity to consume, MPC, is taken as half here. Okay, marginal propensity to consume is taken here what? It is taken as half here. That's because if marginal propensity to half means what? Marginal propensity to consume is half means it is 0.5. If it is 0.5, then if we have to find the K multiplier, the value of K or the multiplier, then value of K or the multiplier as we got earlier is that 1 by 1 minus MPC. This is the formula, and you take it here, put the value. 1 is 1 here, and 1 minus MPC means 0.5. And if 1 minus 0.5 is done, then you will find what? You will find itself 1 by 0.5, and the value of 1 by 0.5 is equal to 2. So the value of multiplier is here equal to 2. Okay, by mathematically we can also prove that the value of multiplier is also equal to 2, and by graphically also we can prove it. So this is the graphical representation of the multiplier, investment multiplier or income multiplier, either you can say. Okay, so this is all about the questions. If you will be asked this question in your examination, then you can write all this about. If you want to write down this, then you may take the screenshot and then write down, and again to understand you can come to the video and try to understand and try to draw the diagram also. Here diagram is very simple diagram taken. You may take the screenshot here, you take the screenshot, then you can draw yourself. Everything is here okay, no problem is there. So I hope you have understood this. So let's come to the other related questions here. Some related questions are asked in the previous year exam of the different boards, not only the CBSE board, of the different boards, but some boards are not mentioned here, just CBSE. Whatever questions I have collected from the CBSE board is mentioned here, but other questions are not mentioned, but all the questions are very important, so try to understand all this. So let's come to the first question. That was the broad question. Whatever we already discussed is the broad question, or you may say the long question. This is the long answer question. Okay, for this question you have to write a long answer and you'll get the more marks here. And here now some important questions or short questions you may say are asked here. Discuss relationship between MPC and multiplier. What is MPC? You already got. MPC means marginal propensity to consume, and now you have to describe the relationship between MPC and multiplier. So the relationship between MPC and multiplier is as follows. So relationship is here given. First relationship here is the when the value of MPC maximum, that means the value of MPC is maximum. So before going this point, you have to keep remember that the value of MPC will be between 0 and 1. It will be between 0 and 1. That means the value of MPC the minimum value of the MPC will be 0 and the maximum value of the MPC will be 1. It varies from 0 to 1 MPC. So when the value of MPC is maximum, that is 1, maximum value of the MPC is 1, minimum value is 0, the value of multiplier is also maximum, that is infinity. Okay, so this is the first relationship. First relationship is that if the value of MPC is 1, the value of k multiplier, that is value of k or the value of multiplier is also maximum, and the value of multiplier is between 1, it will be multiplier will be, that is multiplier k, the value of k will be either it will be equal to 1 or it will be greater than 1, and it varies till the infinity, till finding the infinity. That means value of multiplier, the minimum value will be 1 and maximum value will be the infinity. That means there will be infinite value of the multiplier. Okay, so the relationship, if you come to the relationship, if the MPC is maximum, means multiplier is also maximum, that is the value of multiplier will be infinity. If you want the proof of this statement, then I want to give you the proof. Suppose MPC is what? MPC equal to 1, and now we already got the relationship between k, that is multiplier, and the MPC is that k equal to, the relationship is here, k equal to, or the formula is k equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC. So now take the value here 1, then 1 minus 1. So here MPC is 1, as let we have taken here, let MPC equal to 1. So k equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC equal to 1 by 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is here 0, and 1 by 0 means what? 1 by 0 means the value cannot be defined yet, that is infinity. Okay, 1 minus 0 is cannot be defined yet, or you may say infinity, that is you may write infinity this way, the symbol. So this is all about the relationship, first relationship. Second relationship is when the value of MPC is minimum, that is 0, we get the minimum value of multiplier, that is 1. You may prove yourself. So positive relationship between MPC and multiplier is positive. Sorry, this is not positive, you have to write here the relationship, here the should be written, the word the relationship between MPC and multiplier is positive. It means when MPC increases, multiplier also increases, and vice versa. So this is all about the relationship between MPC and multiplier, and this question was asked in the previous year exam of a board. I have forgot, I think CBSE, maybe the board or other boards also it was asked. So you can expect this question in your 2021 exam, very important question. Let's come to the next question. Next question here is discuss relationship between MPS and multiplier. Now other relationship, we already discussed the relationship between MPC and multiplier k. Now we have to discuss the relationship between MPS and k. Okay, so what is the relationship, what is given here? MPS and multiplier are negatively related as follows. That means we already got that here, MPS and multiplier both are negatively related. That means there is the negative relationship between MPS and multiplier. So first point is here, when value of MPS is minimum, that is 0, as the MPC, keep remember, as the MPC, the value of MPS is also varies from 0 to 1. That means the minimum value will be 0 and maximum value will be 1. Its value will be from 0 to 1. Keep this remember. When the value of MPS is minimum, that is 0, we get maximum value of multiplier, that is infinity. If the value of MPS is minimum, that is 0, we get the maximum value of the multiplier, that is infinity. Keep this remembered. So similarly, when the value of MPS is maximum, that is 1, we get the minimum value of multiplier, that is 1. Okay, hence MPS and multiplier are inversely related, that is MPS increases, if MPS increases the multiplier decreases and vice versa. So if MPS, suppose MPS increases, it leads the multiplier decrease. Similarly, the opposite relationship is here. If MPS decreases, then multiplier will be increases. So this is the opposite relationship between multiplier and MPS. Okay, so now let's come to the some numerical questions. Here first one is, an increase of rupees 1000 crore in investment leads to a rise of rupees 5000 crore in national income. Calculate the value of multiplier. So what you require to find? You require to find the value of multiplier, that is value of k, small k, you require to find. And what are the given information here? In the question, the given information is increase of rupees 1000 crore in investment. This is increase in investment, and we can denote the increase in investment is del I. That means the value of del I is given here, that is 1000 rupees, 1000 crore. Okay, and similarly what is given? Rise of means increase of or increase in rupees 5000 crore in national income. Here again change in income is given, increase in income means change in income, that is del Y, and the value of del Y is here rupees 5000 crore. Okay, that means del I and del Y are given, and we are asked to find what? The value of multiplier. Then how to find? So let's come to the answer, how to solve it. Here no ready-made answer is given, as because it can be solved in the whiteboard here. So let's come to the solution. So first of all, before solving this, you just write the solution here and then write given. Okay, you have to write given. What are given here? Then you can write increase in investment. You just write increase in investment. I will not write here, I will just write directly del I. Increase in investment, then write del I, and del I, the value of del I, what is? Rupees, what is it? Rupees 1000 crore. Okay, you just write 1000 crore. And del Y, that is what? Increase in income. You just write here increase in income, comma, then write del Y, and the value of del Y here given is rupees what? 5000 crore. Okay, you just write the crore. So then you have to write we know that. You just write we know that multiplier, we know that multiplier, you just write here multiplier k equal to del Y by del I. Okay, so this is the relationship between change in income and change in investment, and we'll find what? Multiplier. This is according to the definition of the multiplier. According to definition of the multiplier, we find that an increase in the investment leads to the increase in the national income, and their ratio is called the investment multiplier or the income multiplier. So here what is the del Y? The value of del Y we already got, that there is 5000. You just write here 5000, and the value of del I, it is given 1000. Okay, and if you do the simplification, 0 0 can be cancelled here, 3 zeros are cancelled, here remains 5 by 1. 5 divided by 1 means what? It is 5. So below you should write therefore the value of multiplier is equal to 5. Okay, so this is the solution for the question. This is a numerical question, and you may expect this question in your examination in 2021. Very important question, and I have hope that you have understood this. And let's come to the next question. This is the next question. If marginal propensity to save 0.1, calculate the value of multiplier. And this question was asked in CBSE 2003. That means CBSE exam in 2003 this question was asked. So let's come to the solution. You just write what are given here. Given is the here MPC, Okay, given MPC equal to marginal propensity to save, sorry, MPS is given, not marginal propensity to consume, this marginal propensity to save is given, therefore you have to write MPS equal to 0.1. okay, calculate the value of multiplier. So therefore multiplier, okay, you just write multiplier K equal to 1 by MPS, as because we have already understood this. Okay, without understanding the theory, you should not go for this. First of all, understand the theory, whatever we have discussed earlier part of this video. Okay, so here what is the value of MPS? 1 is here 1, and the value of MPS is here 0.1. you take the 0.1, and if you simplify this, then you will get what? Here it will be 10, here 1. If you remove this decimal point, then you will find here 10, here 1, and the value will be 10. Okay, and the value of the multiplier here is the 10. You just write value of the multiplier will be 10, and this is the solution for the question. Let's come to the next question. Next question here is, if the value of marginal propensity to consume is 0.6, calculate the value of multiplier. So value of multiplier you require to calculate here. Again, what are given here is just write given MP, what? Marginal propensity to consume is MPC equal to 0.6. okay, and calculate the value of multiplier. You just write multiplier K equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC. Whenever given the MPC, you just write 1 by 1 minus MPC, and whenever you are given the MPS, you have to just write 1 by MPS whenever you are given the MPS. But here it is given MPC, therefore we are taking this one 1 by 1 minus MPC. okay, so here the value will be 1, then 1 minus MPC, the value of MPC is 0.6, take the 0.6 here, and 1 minus 0.6 will be, here it is 0.4. if you remove the decimal, then you will find here it is 4 and here it is 10, then the value will be here 2.5. so the value of multiplier is 2.5. so this is the solution for the question. I hope you have understood this. Let's come to the next question. Question number 10. If MPC and MPS are equal, value of multiplier is. If MPC and MPS are equal, what is the value of multiplier? So this question is a numerical question, but here nothing is given, just it is given MPC equal to MPS, just it's given, and now you require to find the multiplier, value of multiplier. How will you find? So you just write given MPC equal to MPS, you have to write down this, and then you have to write we know that, you just write we know that MPC plus MPS equal to what? It is equal to 1. If you add MPC and MPS, you will find 1, the value will be 1. And suppose MPC equal to MPS, that means in place of MPS you can write MPC. Okay, in place of this MPS you can write what? MPC. Here you can write MPC in place of this one, that means MPC plus MPC means it is twice MPC, it will be twice MPC, and it's equal to 1. So therefore what happened here? MPC will be equal to 1 by 2, and 1 by 2 means 0.5. that means we got that whenever MPC equal to MPS, the value of MPC will be 0.1. so you got the value of MPC here. If you got the value of MPC, then you will get the value of multiplier. Okay, after writing this, then you have to write therefore value of multiplier K, value of multiplier K will be equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC. Okay, so it will be 1 by 1 minus MPC, value will be 0.5. okay, so it will be 1 by 0.5. then if you remove the decimal, you will find here 5, here 10, and the value will be here 2. that means the value of multiplier will be here 2. keep this remember. And I think this question can be asked another way also. If MPC and MPS are equal, what will be the value of MPC, or what will be the value of MPS? In this way also this question can be asked. To test your knowledge on the concept, this question can be asked in this way. Okay, if you want, then you may write the question again. If MPC and MPS are equal, what is the value of MPC or what is the value of MPS? Then you can find the value of MPS and MPC on the way whatever we have discussed here for the solution of this one. Okay, so this was the question and we have solved it. I hope you have understood it. Let's come to the next question, question number 11. Here in the question number 11, what is asked? If marginal propensity to save is 0.1 and increase in national income is rupees 500 crore, calculate the increase in investment. That means you have to find the increase in investment. Then how to find? So what is given here? You have to just write the given informations. Given information here is the marginal propensity to save, that is MPS is given here. MPS equal to what? 0.1. Okay, and increase in the national income, that is del y is given. You just write del y equal to what? Del y equal to rupees 500 crore. Okay, it is 500 crore. You just mention here completely. And what you require to find? You require to find increase in the investment, that is increase in the investment del I. What is the value of del I? You just have to find. Okay, so before finding this del I, you just have to find the k multiplier here. Okay, then you have to write here, we know that multiplier k equal to. So friends, here whatever I am talking, you just have to write in your notebook. Okay, whenever you are watching this video, that time you must ready your notebooks and your pen, then only you can write down this. Okay, and if required, then you can pause the video and you can write and you can continue. In this way you can learn this. So here what you have to write? You have to write, we know that multiplier k equal to 1 by MPS, as because value of MPS is given, so you have to use this formula. And here 1 and 0.1, if you remove the here point, decimal point, then you will find 1 here 10, and the value will be here 10. That means value of the k, that is multiplier, will be here 10. Okay, so it is 10 here. That means the value of k is 10. We got here 10. And now we are not asked to find a value of k, we have to ask to find a value of del I. So by definition, then you have to write here again, after finding the value of k, you have to write again k equal to, by definition it will be del y by del I. Okay, and you put the values here. The value of k we got here 10, and del y is given here 500 crore, and del I, it is not given. And if you do the simplification here, then you will find del I equal to 500 divided by this 10. Here it is 10, then 0 can be cancelled, you will find 50. That means del I equal to 50 crore. So then you can write increase in investment equal to rupees 50 crore. This is your answer. So I hope you have understood this. So all these type of questions are here included. Many more questions are there again. Video will be so long, but it will be very important video for you. And if you are enjoying these questions, if you think that these questions will help you a lot in your upcoming examination, then please press the like button, give a thumbs up. Let's come to the next question, question number 12. If MPC equal to 1, the value of multiplier is, if MPC equal to 1, okay, so if MPC equal to 1 means what? We already got in the relationship between multiplier and MPC, we already got that if the MPC is 1, MPC is 1 means MPC is maximum. Okay, MPC is maximum, then k will be what? Maximum. K will be also maximum. That means the value of k will be infinity. Then you can directly write from that relationship MPC. If MPC equal to 1, value of multiplier will be infinity. Otherwise you can prove this and I have already proved this in the relationship between MPC and multiplier. You can watch it again. Okay, then you can place the proof here again. If you want, then you can place the proof. If more marks are given, if only 1 mark is given, no need to prove, just you have to write within a word infinity, or within a sentence you just write if MPC equal to 1, the value of multiplier equal to infinity. Within a sentence you can give the answer if there is the 1 mark. If there is the more than 1 mark, that is 2 or 3 marks, then you have to prove it. And to prove, you just have to go for the I think that was the question after defining the investment multiplier in this part of the video. In this part we have already discussed this one. So let's come to the next question. Question number 13. What is it? As a result of increase in investment by rupees 125 crore, national income increased by rupees 500 crore. Calculate the marginal propensity to consume. And this question was asked in CBSE exam 2008. So what are the given information? Increase in investment means del I, given del I equal to 125 crore, rupees 125 crore, and then national income increases by rupees 500 means what? Del Y is given here, it is rupees 500 crore. You just write the given information. Calculate marginal propensity to consume. You have to find the marginal propensity to consume. So before going to marginal propensity to consume, you have to find value of multiplier, as because here del I and del Y is given and there is no relationship between marginal propensity to consume and del I either del Y. There is no relationship directly, but we can go for marginal propensity to consume through multiplier. Okay, so therefore we must find the value of multiplier here. So you have to write here, we know that multiplier K equal to del Y by del I. Okay, you just do it, and if you put the values here, then it will be del I. The value of del I is here 500 and value of del Y is here 500 and value of del I is here 125, and if you do the simplification, then you will find 4. That means we got the value of multiplier K equal to 4. If you get the value of multiplier 4, then how to find the MPC? Then you have to write again K equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC. You just write here and you put the value of K whatever you got from the earlier information, that is 4. Okay, and it's equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC, and then do the simplification. Then what will you get? Here you will get 1 minus MPC equal to 1 by 4. Okay, then MPC will be equal to what? It will be 1 minus 1 by 4, and if you do this simplification, you will find what? 3 by 4, and 3 by 4, what is the decimal value? It will be 0.75. okay, and you have to write, therefore marginal propensity to consume equal to 0.75. I hope you have understood this. Let's come to the next question. As a result of increase in investment, national income increases by 600 crore. If marginal propensity to consume is 0.75, calculate the increase in investment. Now you require to find the increase in investment, but what informations are given? Increase in national income increases by 600 means national income increases by 600 means increase in national income del Y is given here. What is it? It is rupees 600 crore. You just write here rupees 600 crore, and marginal propensity to consume is given MPC. What is MPC here? MPC equal to 0.75. okay, and what you require to find? You have to calculate increase in investment means del I you require to find here. What is the value of del I? Okay, so how to find it? Now we have to go through what? We have to go through the multiplier. That's because multiplier is the way by which we can find a del y del I in this way. Whenever MPC, change in income, change in investment are given, then multiplier is the way we can find others. So you can write, we know that multiplier K equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC. Here first of all you have to take the MPC, from it you have to find the K. And what is the K? Here 1 by 1 minus MPC means 1 minus 0.75. So 1 minus 0.75 means here 1 by 0.25, it is 0.25. And if you remove the decimal point, then you will find what? 1 by, sorry, it is 25 here. If you remove the decimal, it is 25 here, it will be 100, and 100 by 25 equal to 4. That means the value of multiplier will be 4. It will be 4. Okay, the value of K we got here 4. Then by definition, then again you have to write again, as because we are again taking the value of multiplier K, we are taking K. By definition, what? Del y by del I. Take the values here 4. The value of K we got here 4, and del y, the value of del y here given is the 600, and del I. If you do the simplification, then it will be del I equal to 600 by 4, and its value will be what? 125. Sorry, it's not 125, it is 150. It's 150, as because here 4 15s are 60 and this 0 will go up, then 150 you will find. So del I equal to 150. That means what? The increase in investment equal to, here you can write, therefore the increase in investment equal to rupees 150 crore. Write in the complete sentence. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Let's come to the next question. Next question here is, if marginal propensity to consume is 0.9, what is the value of multiplier? How much investment is needed if national income increases by rupees 5,000 crore? And this is the same question. This is the same question as it is given in the question. Marginal propensity to consume is given. That means the question number 14 and question number 15 both are same. Okay, so with the help of the question number 14, I request you that you have to solve it and you have to find the answer, and you should write in the comment section what are the answer you will get. Value of multiplier, first of all you have to just write in the comment what is the value of K. You just write the value of K, whatever you will find here, you just write K equal to this, and then how much investment is needed, that means del I, you just write del I, or the investment increment in the investment you can write equal to this one. Okay, you just have to write, and both are the same question. Question number 15 and question number 14 both are the same question. You have to first of all find a multiplier, then you have to find a increase in the investment. Okay, let's come to the next question. Question number 16. Question number 16 here given is, an increase of rupees 250 crore in investment in an economy resulted in total increase in income of rupees 1000 crore. Calculate the following. Here the some questions are given. Marginal propensity to consume, MPC, you have to find MPC, change in the saving, change in consumption, and value of multiplier. This is very important question. So how to find it? So first of all, before going for the solution, you just have to observe here in the question what are the information given. An increase of rupees 250 crore in investment, that means increase in investment is given, del I, you just write given del I equal to rupees 250 crore, and then resulted in the total increase in the income, that is increase in income is given, del Y equal to what? This is rupees 1000 crore. Okay, and we require to find here MPC, but directly we cannot find here MPC. Before finding the MPC, we just have to find what? Value of the multiplier. That means last question can be solved fast here. Okay, so we have to write, we know that multiplier K equal to what? Del Y by del I. and put the values here. Here it is 1000, del y equal to, and del I equal to 250. Okay, so you just do the simplification, you will find 4. The value will be here 4. The value of multiplier, therefore value of multiplier will be 4. So you find a one question. And next, what do you have to find? You have to find a change in consumption expenditure. Okay, here you can find change in consumption expenditure. How to find? By the definition of MPC. By using the definition of MPC, you can find a change in consumption expenditure. But how to find the MPC? To find the MPC, that means the first question, solution of the first question, we have to use the value of multiplier. Okay, so the relationship between MPC and multiplier is the formula, that is K equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC. And by solving this, you can find, what can you find here? If the value of 4 is given here, 4, value of K is 4 here, and it is 1 by 1 minus MPC, and then it will be MPC equal to, if you do the simplification, as because earlier we have solved this type of question, therefore I am doing it directly. It will be 1 minus 1 by 4, means 1 minus 1 by 4 means it will be 3 by 4, or decimal value will be 0.75. It will be 0.75. That means the marginal propensity to consume MPC will be equal to 0.75, or 3 by 4 you may say. So we have solved the two questions. Next we can solve the third question here. C, change in consumption expenditure. Change in consumption expenditure can be find out. This can be find out by using the definition of MPC. We know that MPC is the ratio of change in consumption and change in national income. This is the MPC. And now the value of MPC we got here, you may take it is 3 by 4. Take the fractional value, don't take the decimal value. Your calculation will be easy if you take the fractional value. Then del C is not given, that is change in the consumption expenditure, but del Y is given here. What is it? It is the 1000. And if you do the calculation simply, then you will find del C, this del C equal to 1000 into 3 by 4. Okay, then it will be 4. If you cut this 1000, then you will find 250, and 250, this 250 into 3. If you do it, then you will find 750. That is change in consumption expenditure equal to what? Therefore change in consumption expenditure equal to 750 rupees, 750 crore. Okay, here crore is mentioned, so you just have to mention 750 crore. And next, what do you have to find here? Next you have to find a change in saving. So change in savings means del S. So now we know that del S, that is change in savings, equal to what? Change in income minus change in consumption expenditure. So what is change in income? That is rupees 1000 crore minus what is change in consumption expenditure. We already got the change in consumption expenditure equal to rupees 750 crore. And if you minus this rupees 750 from this 1000, then you will find what? Rupees 250. So change in savings equal to rupees 250 crore. So this is the answer for this question. Okay, so friends, I hope you have understood this, and this was the long question and very important question. And with this question I want to finish this video. I want to complete this video, and I think you have enjoyed these questions, whatever I have included here, and all the questions are taken from the previous year exams. And I think these are very helpful for you for your upcoming examination. If you think so, then please like the video and share the video with your friends, with your classmates. and you can share the video in your social media platform also. And before ending the video, thank you so much for watching this.